My name is John Espano and I'll be introducing to you what cyberbullying is and how it is harmful. Cyberbullying is when a person is tormented, threatened, harassed, humiliated or embarrassed by another person using the internet or other technology, such as mobile phones. The term cyberbully is used exclusively for minors, with the adult equivalent being called cyber harassment or cyber stalking. Cyberbullying is also not a one-time communication, but continuous harassment, unless it involves a death threat or threat of serious bodily harm. The methods used are limited only by the child's imagination and access to technology. The role of victim and bully can change and go back and forth constantly, as the child who has been bullied may then seek revenge and harass the prior tormentor. Cyberbullying is usually carried out for a multitude of reasons. These include taking revenge against someone, boosting ego by tormenting others, and some think that they are righting wrong by standing up for others. Cyberbullying has led to children killing each other and committing suicide. Following an incident. Reported cases include Kerry Fuller, 15, who was targeted by a group of girls over the span of 2 years. The stress of being bombarded with abuse and harassment was so much that her hair started falling out and she attempted suicide. Thankfully, her mother became aware and assisted her through this tough time. Another example of this is Julianne Flory, 19, who was harassed by the girls in her opposing netball team. She received threats to her life, and in one case, she received an entire A4 piece of paper full of insults. This made her feel insecure about the safety of her life and led to misery.
Hey, I'm Alexis Zinton and I'll be talking about the different categories and types of cyberbullying. There are several different categories and types of cyberbullying, from extremely serious to not so serious. The first category of cyberbullying is inadvertent. This is the lowest category of cyberbullying. It is often accidental and usually banter between friends. Vengeful Angel is the second category of cyberbullying. It is often a form of self-defense, saying mean or hurtful things to someone in retaliation for their actions towards you. Mean Girls is the third category of cyberbullying. This form of cyberbullying is often teenage girls bullying other girls from school on social networking sites to try and make themselves feel better and promote their own social status. This is the most common form of cyberbullying affecting teenagers all around the world. Power hungry is the next category of cyberbullying. This is a more serious category of cyberbullying. Power hungry is used to describe a bully who tries to control its victims through fear. This is done using threats of violence or other actions. Revenge of the Nerds is the most serious category of cyberbullying. This category of cyberbullying is considered a subset of power hungry. This isn't a form of bullying to control people but to get revenge. As the name states, it is usually nerds or people who have been picked on previously that try and take out revenge on people who have bullied them. There are different types of cyberbullying. The first type is flaming. Flaming is verbal fights using instant messaging or social networking sites, using swearing, threats and other types of hurtful language. Harassment is the next type of cyberbullying. Harassment involves repeatedly messaging or sending insulting messages to someone. Harassment often goes with the more severe categories of cyberbullying, such as Mean Girls, Power Hungry and Revenge of the Nerds. Cyber stalking, this is similar to harassment with the repeat messaging, but is slightly more severe as the messages are more threatening than just slanderous and harassment. Denigration, also known as defamation, is ruining someone's image. This is exactly that, targeting someone in particular and posting rumours about them online to make them lose friends or ruin their reputation. Impersonation is impersonating someone and posting or saying things that could get someone in trouble or danger. This can be done by hacking an account, etc. The final type of cyberbullying is exclusion. Exclusion is intentionally isolating a person from friendship groups or other such groups. This can be done by deleting them from social networking sites or blocking them.
My name is Maan Saeed. I'll be talking about technology and laws in the workplace. 10% of teenagers were threatened online with physical harm. 16% of teenagers who were victims told no one about it. A quarter of Australian children report they have been cyberbullied. Cyberbullying is more prevalent in older children, with 31% of 14 to 17-year-olds reporting that they have been cyberbullied, compared to 21% of 10 to 13-year-olds. Many innocent victims are being harmed with cyberbullying, as shown with the statistics. Many prevention programs exist for those who need it to prevent cyberbullying. No one is safe from cyberbullying. It can be done anywhere, even in your own home. As technology excels, the chances of cyberbullying increases. Cyberbullying statistics has increased due to technology advancements, as it is easier for cyberbullies as social networking increases. The cases of cyberbullying has become worse and worse over the years. Salient legislations exist in the workplace to prevent cyberbullying and bullying. The salient legislation includes all the occupational health, welfare and safety, and all the workplace acts. Brodie's Law is the most serious and recent major case in Australia, where cyberbullying has a major impact in the workplace. It creates a penalty of up to 10 years for cyberbullies if causes of serious harm such as death and depression. Occupational health, welfare and safety covers all relationships in the workplace. Many workers' compensation schemes and acts exist to compensate for any work loss or unfair dismissal of an employee or employer that has been cyberbullied. Cyberbullying laws may include common law, criminal law, and industrial relations law on serious matters in the workplace. Some state governments have specifically expanded the scope of the offline harassment laws to cover online activities to catch criminals. Legal responses and actions can be taken by victims in 3 ways. Action by state. That action is generally punitive and provides little or no compensation for targets. It may punish perpetrators and deter future offenders, but does not necessarily provide any compensation for suffering experienced by the target and his or her associates. Action by target. The second response, for example, suing the perpetrators of bullying in order to stop the particular offence, gains some compensation for suffering and send a signal to potential offenders. Community in addressing egregious abuses. The third response is articulation of industry codes, best practice statements of principles such as the Workplace, WorkSafe, Western Australia 2008 and codes of practice. Generally, cyberbullies target and traumatize victims for an individual quality or characteristic. Victims may be targeted as follows: appearance, obese or overweight, piercings, cold, odd body parts, and fashion. Ethnicity, categorized as Aussies, Wogs, Asians, and etc. Culture, it may be due to religious traditions or any other aspects. Social group, maybe nerds, different tastes or preferences to other people.
Hello, my name is Aurelio Signorello. I will be talking about the current methods of addressing cyberbullying. Anti-cyberbullying campaigns. Some current anti-cyberbullying organisations include Reach Out, Enough is Enough and Bully Police. These organisations offer support to those being affected by cyberbullying and inform children on how to avoid being cyberbullied. The Child Health Promotion Research Centre is currently working with the Australian Human Rights Commission and communication specialist Primary Communications to develop an innovative anti-cyberbullying proposal. The campaign will focus on helping young people to take safe and effective action when they witness cyberbullying. Continuing education of teachers and schools about changes in technology and potential for technology, and how to use it safely. This includes social networks, telecommunications and other forms of technology. Educating kids about cyberbullying, why it should not be done and how to deal with it if a victim or aware of other victims. Educating parents about technology so they can be aware of what their kids are doing online and can talk to them about it. How does cyberbullying differ from traditional bullying? Anonymous. Being anonymous in the online world leads young people to feel less accountable for their actions. In fact, a recent study has shown that of bullies surveyed, 70% had engaged only in cyberbullying. Also, being anonymous allows for people to be bullied and not be aware who the bullier is. Geography. Rather than being limited to the schoolyard or other play environment, cyberbullying operates whenever a young person uses the internet or a mobile phone. Impact. The internet provides a means to make bullying comments available to a wider audience than ever before. Through social networking sites, comments can be viewed by potentially thousands of people. The impact caused by these statements is therefore magnified. Permanence. Verbal comments are fleeting. Online they stay around potentially forever, making the potential effects of the victim much more fatal.
I'm Boyan Zeng. I will introduce some measures of prevention. Firstly, do not share your private information like password, name, and address, phone numbers with people you don't know. Secondly, do not respond message when you are angry or hurt. Thirdly, log out and stop messaging if you feel you are being harassed. Firstly, remember you have the option to block, delete, and report anyone who is harassing you online and on your mobile. So you need to find out how to report bullying and harassment on each of the different social networks that you use. Also, you need to keep a record of calls, message, posts, and emails that may be hurtful or harmful to you. The most important one is remember to set up the previous option on your social networking sites. There are 3 telephone helplines. The first one is for kids. The second one will offer free and confidential service. The third one is complete handling service.